Hi Tom, welcome back.
There you go.
I see Stacey isn't here today. That's fine. You can relay the information I give to you later on in the day. Although we will need her to come in at a later time to sign some forms. I saw you guys at the Bodrum Tavern quiz night last weekend, didn't I? Did you get a win?
Unfortunately, we didn't. It was still a good night, though.
Ah, that's a shame. Yeah, it was great. A surprising turnout for the night, though.
Yeah, there was plenty of people there.
Alright, so I've come up with a number of recommendations that I can give you in order to help you produce more savings and become more financially secure. Even though they may increase your current expenditure, I believe the benefits they provide are what you're looking for your long-term goals. Now, in the previous interview, we conducted a risk tolerance assessment. Stacey and yourself both identified as moderately conservative investors at the end of the questionnaire. With respect to your risk tolerance level, it will be beneficial for you to invest 55 to 60% of your total investment into fixed interest securities. This is because they have a low volatility, resulting in low risk, whilst generating a steady income. Fixed income securities generally have a low return due to the low level of risk that are associated with the investments, such as a government bond. I recommend purchasing units in a Macquarie Diversified Fixed Interest Fund, as they offer the service of a qualified fund manager who works to actively identify and invest in high-performing fixed interest securities for you. I also noticed that you and Stacey were particularly interested in investing in ethical matters, so I found a nice investment for you. Here's a bit of information. Australian Ethical only invest in areas of ethical importance, such as clean energy, medical solutions, and sustainable products. You may like to invest in an Australian Ethical Fixed Interest Fund, as it provides low management fees which further increase your return. You should also place 35 to 40% of your investment into equities, such as stocks and shares. These asset classes have the potential to provide capital growth and tax advantages, as well as generate an income. These particular asset classes take on a higher risk and therefore provide a higher rate of return than fixed interest securities. Investing 5 to 10% in cash and cash equivalents, such as a bank deposit or short-term security, would be beneficial due to their high level of liquidity. They generally provide a low return, but because of the risk is low, a return is practically guaranteed. Now, your friends and associates may have encouraged you to look into property investment, but I believe at this point in time it's probably out of range due to your current debt issues with your credit card and such. I recommend that Stacey acquire income protection, as in the event that something were to happen to her, your income alone will not be able to support your family's financial responsibilities in the case of her untimely death or injury to prevent her from working. Some types of income insurances are even considered tax deductible or include a tax feature which can decrease the tax that you pay. A decent income protection insurance that I can recommend is ComInsure. Here's some information. This option is at an affordable price of $70 a month. It offers a supplementary income of up to 75% of Stacey's actual income in the case that she becomes seriously ill or affected by a major trauma, preventing her from working. The plan also has a life insurance aspect, offering protection for the family's financial future by a single lump sum payment upon Stacey's death. It may also be beneficial for you to commence contents insurance, because with your level of savings, in the event that your contents are destroyed, you would not be able to afford to repurchase them. Contents insurance will repurchase any of the assets you listed to insure brand new upon successful claim. Your credit card debt is excessive, which eliminates property investment or any asset class that imposes a high initial debt as a potential choice of investment. Debt can be good, but only when organised so that it leaves you in a more prosperous position in the long term. Before spending on a credit card, you should have a specific reason for accessing the funds and know that you have a suitable means to repay those funds before the interest-free period ends and you begin to accumulate serious interest. The positives do outweigh the negatives in terms of owning a credit card, as they provide a line of credit for you to fall back on in times of financial need and allow you to begin building a credit history. A change in credit card companies to MasterCard, here's some information. may be beneficial. This card charges an interest rate of only 9.99% after a 55-day interest-free period with no annual fee. This would decrease the rate at which interest accumulates on any funds you happen to leave on your credit card, giving you more time to pay the balance on any purchases you have made. It will still provide you with access to spending limits that are larger than your account balance, but if you use it in excess and can't meet your payments, interest will accrue and deplete any savings that you were hoping to make for the year. Now, you may also wish to consolidate your superannuation accounts because I noticed you have more than one. You might want to have a closer look into them though, because if one is growing particularly well, it wouldn't be advantageous to consolidate them. Or if they are all invested in different asset classes, then it would further decrease any risks associated with your investment.
How would I go about getting this info?
On my super accounts.
You could either contact the company that manages your super funds directly, or we might be able to look into this further for you at a later date if you would like to continue with our services. That's it for today. Thanks for coming in, Tom.